So 4, 3, 3 cancel is +5 apparently. Okay. That should be quite easy to test then.
Get ready for the next battle.
Might as well bring out tag 2 Kazuya frames. Right. We're just going to do 2, 2, which is +6. We can confirm that with Baek's back 4, I believe. No, actually, no, we need Kazuya. Right. Let's make a few confirms first. So Kazuya 2-2 into jab. No wait, I need something slower. Need something quite a bit slower. We need this into this. There should be 3 frames between that. +6 and 19 frames. Let's see here. Oh, let it hit. And trade with down forward 1 maybe. My late or wrong? Oh wait, that's 19. That's 18, not 19. So we need this and this. That should be 19, I think. And we should have a trade here with down forward 1. Unless I was late. Let's confirm that. There we go, it trades. We should be at +6 from there. Right, we have confirmed that. So what we need, what the basic idea of this test is simple. I just do this, and then I just mash it. Just mash it, just mash it. Now, I should get pretty much like just casual mashing. I should just, with double or triple tap, should get pretty close to that, since there's a 6 frame buffer window. So here we go. Now, whether that is actually now going to be a bit late or not, it seems to be quite right there. Okay. Now, the point of this test is just, you know, casually find a timing for that. Now, I'm gonna redo that possibly later, but first we're gonna pick Baek and we're gonna try this out. This should be +5. So I should be able to just hold forward. I should technically be able to hold forward. This should be 15 frames. Let's confirm that right away. I don't know if this is going to have enough reach. Oh shit, it's not supposed to hit. But it is a punish. Therefore, it is at least 15. Is it 14? Confirming that. Next. Is it going to be a punish for this? I don't think so. Yeah, no punish sign there. Nope, no punish. Okay, this is 15. So, which means that if we are at 15 frames advantage, like this is +5, and then I jab, then I do a 15 frame move, which is this, it should trade with a jab. Okay, confirm here, and yeah, it trades. So what should happen, based on this information which is gathered, if I do this, well, there should be no problem getting it with just tapping it without any precise timing, just tapping it. It should be +5 with a 15 frame move, which should easily trade with a jab. Now, it might be true that there is a buffer, and I've been wrong all this time, but first test shows that I was terribly late. Let's see how much late. Okay, magic forward beats. All right, what about 40? Oh, okay. So it seems that +5 turn into something quite different. It's like +1 now. All right, maybe it's just one-time thing. Let's try to see how many tries do I have to just mash it to get it where it should be, just as a test. Okay, maybe now. No, tenor still beats it. Oh. It trades with 12. Alright. Oh, no. Maybe it trades with 13. Yeah. So it seems to be only +2 this time. Oh my. It seems to be neutral now. It seems to be neutral now. Okay, what if I try to mash it really hard? Like, really mash the fuck out of it. Oops, wrong one. There we go, mash the fuck out of it. Oh shit, it's still neutral? Still neutral? It's as if there was no buffer. It's almost like there was no buffer and you'll just have to perfectly fucking time it. It just kind of seems like it, doesn't it? Based on this. Like, based on the fact that with Kazuya, let's see if I can even have an easier example with Kazuya to macro here. So, this is basically the same that I have to do. So, I'm just going to mash it pretty lazily here. There. I mashed it pretty lazily. Oh, what about jab? Okay, it trades with jab, even though I was very lazy. Let's try it again, just to keep repeating the test in both directions. Okay, I mashed it very lazily. Now it seems like I was a bit late. How late? Ooh, very late. Oh my. Okay, but if I mash it really hard, as hard as I can, I should always have it at +5. There we go. And should trade with jabs. Yeah. Let's do it again let's do it 5 times. As hard mashing as possible. Oh shit, I was late. Yeah, okay, trades. Oops, I messed up. 3 more. It wasn't as hard mashing as I can, but it still went right there. Right. Okay, we got one more to see if this keeps somehow doesn't work. Okay, so we did that. So we did go Kazuya's +5 from while standing 1, and then do downfall 1, which is 15 to 60. Now, it might lose the jab instead of trading. Then I would have to explore it further, but that did not happen for the 6 repeated times that I did the test for. And I mashed really hard as I can, without actually, you know, having to hurt myself with mashing as hard as I can. So the next up is doing the same exact thing with Baek's this one. Now, if you do 4-3-3 and forward, you cancel it into Flamingo. You cancel this into Flamingo, right? You cancel this into Flamingo, and you have, if you perfectly time it, it's +15. Now, this is according to frame data I found on the internet, not according to any tests I've done myself. But assuming that's true, we should have assuming that it has a buffer instead of it being a just frame cancel, then this test should be exactly the same as I did with Kazuya. We just do this and mash the fuck out of this, and it should trade with jab, which it probably won't based on previous results, but that's just my prediction. Let's not wait too much on the prediction, but actually dive in and figure it out. So here we go. Okay, and will he trade with the jab? No, jab beats. Will he trade with down for 1? No. Will he trade with... Okay, he trades with 15 frame move. Okay, so maybe it's just neutral on hit. Perhaps that may be the case. Let's keep experience. Oh, I messed up. Didn't go into the stand. There we go. So maybe it's neutral. Oh, it's not it's not neutral. It's not neutral. So what about now? Oh, it trades with downfall 1. So maybe I was late with the buffer. That is a possibility, and it's only +2 on hit, right? Based on this, it's +2 on hit if I was late on the buffer. Let's keep going. Right, so where we at now? Ooh, so now this time I can beat it with downfall 1, but it beats my downfall 2. What about this? Alright, now it's +1 only. Oops, messed up. Too bad I don't have a auto fire macro on me. Oh shit, look at that. It's beating downfall 1. What about jabs? It loses the jab. What about magic 4? It trades with magic 4. It's +3 this time. Even though I mash as hard as I can, it keeps constantly changing the frame advantage it gives. Perhaps the case is that there is a buffer, but unlike everything ever before, understood in Tekken, it does not have it has a buffer, but the frames it gives are actually random. Perhaps there's a random generator to just determine that. However, we can devise a test to possibly nullify that. Now, the thing is, this is +4, +2, I believe, on block with the perfect timing. So, if I can figure out the timing to somewhat reliably have it at +2, so that this would trade with a jab or something like that, that would mean that at least that move. Well, I can try with this, but I rarely use this, so it might not be very good. It might take a lot of practice to get that down. We can try it a few times. We can try to find the +5. It was not +5, it didn't trade. It was not +5. This would be a lot easier with a turbo. With a turbo, we could immediately discern whether it's random or not. If we had turbo to shoot commands at 60 frames per second, 60 times a second, we could easily, defeat the idea that this is a completely for a mechanic that only applies to Baek, where moves have random frames instead of what you would imagine. But at this point on my test, I can quite safely conclude that it is either a buffer and completely random frames, which may sometimes be great frames, sometimes terrible frames, or there's no buffer and it's all just frame. Every cancel you do with Baek is just frame. These are the two options. So I'm going to see if I can defeat the idea that the frames are random, but I'm going to be using a different move, which means that this move might still have random aspect to it. Might have. I don't know, but I would imagine that if I could do this reliably, it would at least reduce the chance of that being true. So let's try it. It should be +5. Oh shit, on block. And no, I mean +2. So it should trade with a jab. See that? That's +2. It might be +3. I read that some time ago. I missed it. I feel like that might have been slower. Oh shit, it might be +3 now. I can't beat it with a jab. Let's try with Kazuya's jab. It has a lot better range. Oh shit, it looks like it's +3 now. That's weird. Okay, that was late. Let's confirm that though. Oops. Yeah, I failed it as I did it. That I fucked up. Oops, don't want to do double, because then you get magic force extension. I'm pretty sure that's late too, but let's give it a shot. Oh shit, it wasn't? Yeah, it's +3 again. It's as if it's very much not random. It feels as if it was, yeah, it's +2 now. Now, I can't without a turbo or a macro controller say for certainty that these tests will prove that there is that there is no random element to Baek's frames, because I used a completely different move to prove it. But the reason behind that is because that is a move that I do frequently use and I have practiced the timing for. Now, there was a long time ago when I practiced the timing for this too, but because it's just too fucking difficult to do that online, it's a skill that I have just never maintained or practiced beyond, you know, long time ago. So it's just gone. That skill is gone. I can relearn it, but Baek is dead. Unless he comes back to 7, I'm not gonna learn it. I'm not gonna waste any extra time doing that. But the point in what I'm trying to do here is that Baek can do this, and it has statically a buffer. It has a buffer 2-3. It goes from 2 jab to flamingo. It's 0 on block and +7 on hit, which means that, let's see, I'm gonna find flamingo moves. I don't know the frames inside out anymore. Maybe never did, but you know, at least not, I don't. So I'm gonna find a flamingo move that would be 17 or slower. Flamingo forward 4 is 18, which means that unless it has some... Oh, flamingo forward kicks is 20. This is actually same as, you know, normal. So let's just try that out for measure here. Now, this should be with a normal buffer, and let's take Kazuya here. Now, it should lose to... It should trade with that, maybe? We might have to do some tests to confirm that. Oh, yeah, it needs to hit, right? Yeah, there we go. Now it trades. What was I thinking? It trades. So, if I do this test 5 times, how many times will I mess up the timing? Trade. 1 test down. Oops, wrong move. 2 tests. Trade. Three tests. Trade. 4 tests. Trade. 5 tests trade. I think I would eventually make a mistake, just because I'm a human and I'm not very good at execution. I have a tendency of doing a lot of execution errors, but I think it's fairly safe to say that these are not cancels. These are just a move into flamingo. However, the difference here is this has an extension which you must press. Like if you look at the input, here we go. Or I could do, and it cancels it into flamingo. That's the difference of when you cancel, you don't have a buffer. Everything is just frame. Like if you get +5, it's no different from doing this. Electric cannot be buffered, therefore electric is always just frame. If you want to do perfect electric, it's always going to be just frame because you cannot buffer it. Just like every time you go into flamingo manually, like with a cancel, with Baek, it's got everything you do out of it, it's going to be just frame. That's just the system of the game. Now, it's not really a matter of belief, whether you believe hard enough for reality to be distorted into your will or not. That's just not how reality works. Now, you can probably hear from the tone of my voice, I'm still fucking salty about the little bit of lag. Because I want to play Baek. I think it's a fucking cool concept that everything is just frame. Like, everything you do, like, every kind of thing is going to be just frame. This might be an exception. I'm not 100% sure. This might be an exception where the cancel is kind of like going into flamingo. I think this one is just easy to do. It's +8 low. But I could be wrong. Maybe it's because I've done it plenty. And I'm not going to test it any further. Fuck this shit. I wish Baek was going to... I hope Baek comes back in 7. I really do. But I hope they also fix the shit. Like, they need to buff the shit out of him, like back to Tekken 6 Baek, or at least reduce the risk of moves, because it's just minus 14. What the fuck? Minus 14. What the fuck? Everything's fucking launch punishable by many characters. All right. Oh shit! It's late. I gotta go. Bye.